Well, tonight we got another episode of the worst wrestling program produced ever, and once again, it was pretty damn terrible. So this show tonight, nothing really to report. It's basically, this is the Mandy Rose and Otis date. That's what it's supposed to be. They built this up throughout the whole first 3 quarters of the show, and then the segment was like a minute. So that was the date. And then as the rest of the show, Hulk Hogan made an appearance for some reason. I don't know why. Like, Hogan was interviewed about the NWO going in the Hall of Fame or something, and then Bray Wyatt did a Firefly Funhouse. And then the first 40 minutes of the show was all women. Like, it was all the women's division of SmackDown for 40 minutes. And we got like a Sheamus, Sheamus, Shorty G, and what's his name, Apollo Crews handicap match. Then there's like a segment where Zayn and Cesaro were singing, and Cesaro was hitting a cowbell, and then Strowman came out. Like, what is this? Literally, this show, normally I try and get my reviews to 10 minutes, just because I like to have decently sized reviews. Tonight, genuinely, this is going to be my quickest review. Basically, I took down very, very detailed notes on my phone, so I'm going to read off the notes I took. Alexa and Nikki host Carmella, so it was their sit-down talk show that no one watches. They chat about celebrity crushes and Valentine's Day, just what I want to hear about. Then Carmella and Bayley do a face-off, so they're like getting in each other's face. From here, Carmella storms to the ring. We go to commercial. After the break, we get SmackDown Women's Championship match, Bayley vs. Carmella. Now for this, I wrote down, good match, but zero reason to care. Bayley wins by cheating. So the match got 15 minutes, a mid-match commercial as well. It was alright. Like, it was one of Carmella's better matches, but then again, she's never on TV. And when she is, it's a 2-minute squash, so no real reason to care there. Bayley, she escapes that submission of Carmella a couple of times, then wins by putting her feet on the ropes. So that's what we got there. From here, Carmella's complaining to the ref. Bayley punches down Carmella. Naomi's music hits. This is half an hour into the show at this point. Genuinely, the first half an hour was a complete waste of time. So Naomi comes down and gets in Bayley's face, and then Carmella punches them and walks off. So that's what we got there. Just thrilling stuff. From here, we get a recap of King Corbin last week, tossing the production guy down the stairs and then pouring a drink on a fan. Apparently Corbin's suspended, so hopefully we didn't see him on the show. Then again, I'm not watching, so I don't really care. Corbin's suspended for this week, so the show was maybe a 1 out of 10 as opposed to a 0 out of 10. I don't know. The show is still garbage. From here, Bayley's interviewed and she says that she'll retain Super Showdown. Brilliant. She's wrestling in Super Showdown, Saudi Arabia. Political statement by WWE, whatever. From here, we get Otis looking in the mirror. He's ready for his date, whatever. Lacey Evans, she's a role model. So it's WWE 24/7 for the Royal Rumble or something. And Lacey Evans is talking about how she inspires children. Brilliant. From here, we get a handicap match. Sheamus versus Apollo Crews and Shorty G. We get Corey Graves saying, Apollo has all the tools to be a star. Okay, well, one problem with that, Corey. You work in the WWE, and the man who runs the place is Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon hates black people. So that's not going to ever happen. Apollo Crews has all the tools. Not in this company, he doesn't. If he was white, he'd be a main eventer. But anyway, Vince McMahon's just racist, that's all. Sheamus wins this match easily. Literally about 4 minutes. Just obliterates them both after the first minute. Pretty pathetic. So then Mandy Rose arrives for a date. Then we see Carmella demanding a rematch of the women's title. And then there's a Goldberg video package and a bunch of commercials throughout that. And that was your first hour of SmackDown. I repeat, that was an hour of SmackDown. 40 minutes of women, and then Sheamus versus Apollo Crews and Shorty G, and that was literally it. Wow. Excellent stuff, WWE. Excellent. So from here we get Hulk Hogan interviewed via satellite at his house. Hogan's talking about going into the Hall of Fame and fighting Goldberg when he was in his prime. Or like Hogan was in his prime fighting a prime Goldberg. I'm thinking to myself, how is 1998 Hulk Hogan prime Hulk Hogan? Like, it makes no sense. Literally none. So that's what we got there. From here, Bray Wyatt's Firefly Funhouse theme comes on, but it's like an NWO parody. Wyatt's playing the belt like it's a guitar, mocking Hogan. They make some too sweet jokes. Wyatt's in the Funhouse. Whatever. Why is Hulk Hogan being used to build up Bray Wyatt Goldberg? Can you not think of anything more creative? Hulk Hogan on SmackDown for this? Really? Really? So we go from that to then we get Sami Zayn and Cesaro teasing a song, which, oh my god, this, literally, Zayn and Cesaro, Zayn's in the ring with like a ukulele, Cesaro's got a cowbell. I'm thinking to myself, what am I watching? What is this program? Like, is this for real? So, before they start singing, Elias comes down. Keep in mind, there's 2 security guards at ringside. Elias comes down, they had this awful dialogue. this just cringe exchange. Then Cesaro goes nuts playing the cowbell. I was cringing violently. From here, the crowd's chanting like cowbell, cowbell, we want cowbell. Why did I watch this? Then Cesaro throws a cowbell on the ground. Braun Strowman's music hits. Strowman rushes down. Strowman and Elias toss a security guard. And that's it. And then from here, Naomi's interviewed. And then we get the date where Mandy Rose and Otis comes in. He's like prepping himself. He's all nervous. They show Mandy Rose. Then she gets a hand on her shoulder. And she's like, Otis, what is it? And then it's Dolph Ziggler. So then Otis walks in. Ziggler's sitting with Mandy Rose. So that was the big shock. Otis just walks out. Like, really? Really? That was the date segment. I waited 90 minutes to watch that. And literally after I had to turn the show off. I'm not watching 30 more minutes of this nauseating garbage. This puke-inducing rubbish on Friday nights. This show is the worst wrestling program that's been produced since 2018 Raw. This is the absolute worst wrestling It's so boring. It's soulless. Tonight, giving another F. Just insufferable. Totally insufferable. The date was a waste of time. Unless this main event with Miz Morrison against Reigns and Mystery Partner. Unless the Mystery Partner is Dwayne The Rock Johnson or Cena. I don't care. So I'm giving this show an F. This show is garbage. Like, comment, sub. See ya.